What is up and welcome back, guys. It's been a while. I'm actually not even sure how long it's been, but it's been a long time. I've been extremely swamped with projects. I'm still extremely swamped with projects, but I thought I might as well do a little bit of an update video and actually get the splitter done. So first we're going to go through some of the projects I showed you guys a while ago. So first of all, as you can see behind me, the text or the typography project that I was doing is complete. I finished it up a couple days ago, but this is finally some of the drafting I've done. So we have, it's kind of hard for you guys to see because this is tracing paper actually, so you can see stuff under it and then you can trace it and adjust it accordingly. But as you can see, the first trace was relatively big, and then we went along here, and then we kind of got to this point where the S did some major changes, and then I shrunk it down a bit to here. This is the sizing we needed, and I was still working on that S and E. These guys were the most annoying things ever, and then got to this point, and eventually we ended up with this guy right here. It's not perfect. There is some stuff I do, if I had more time, I'd definitely rework the E and the S a little bit, but overall I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I learned a lot about typography, and as I said, this is a font based off of Subaru's values and policies. So if you guys notice, check out this name. Let's see if you guys recognize the naming, and let me know what you guys think that means, or any of the Easter egg, or the Easter egg that I put in the naming of the font. The second thing is the tracing of Project Daily, and I'm actually done that. You're gonna have to go check out my Instagram based off of design and everything, not the one that's linked on the channel, Schrader Labs. It's just my Chase Schrader Instagram, and it will be on there soon enough. I have to do one more tracing before I'm all done that, and I can start redoing my Instagram. Anyways, the first thing I think we're going to end up doing is I think I need to go wash the Forester, because I am daily driving it, and daily driving it actually just gets so much salt on that car. And also, if you guys didn't know, we got a little bit of snow, and when I say a little bit, so we actually got a ton of snow here a while ago. If you check it out, there's still snow in some of the yards. We got over a foot. I'll add some pictures from my drive to school those 2 days before. It was so bad. It took me double the amount of time because the roads were just covered in pure ice. So I had to just take it slow, and everyone else was taking it slow. But the Forester did great. It's an awesome winter car, and I'm glad I bought it. So as I said, we're gonna probably go wash off the Forester right now and get it clean because it is covered in salt, and I don't want that rusting out. I do gotta put on the winter tires on the Forester though. Those winter tires are actually Project Daily's old tires, so we're gonna be putting some stock BBSs on the Forester. It's gonna look super cool. That'll be coming up sooner than later. I'm hoping that the snow will go away and then we won't get snow till November, but we'll just have to see and play it by ear. Anyways, let's go wash the Forester. Like that, the Forester is now nice and clean. Whenever it's clean like that, it always reminds me that it needs to be polished. I don't know if I'll actually end up polishing it before the winter, but I hope so because it just looks so much better. But I do have to work on some rust in the rear quarters. We'll probably be doing that sooner than later. As soon as I get the splitter done, which hopefully is completely done this video, then we can work on the Forester and get it ready for the winter. That last clip you guys just saw was recorded over a week ago. I'm not gonna lie, this semester is extremely hard. Pretty much every day is get up, go to class, work on projects, and go to bed. That is it. At least these projects are something that I enjoy and I'm passionate about, but it has taken, as you guys can probably tell, a pretty good toll on the videos. The last video I released was 2 weeks ago, and it will probably be 3 weeks by the time I release this video. But I just want to let you guys know, I'm not giving up on YouTube. There's no way, you guys are awesome. But it is definitely, as I said, going to be slowing down. But I also have a couple other options, or a couple other things I would like to maybe do on this channel if you guys want to see it. And the first and foremost is maybe introducing some of the design process, or what I do for school and I essentially will be doing for work after. We actually do a lot more than quote-unquote design, as you guys can probably imagine, graphic design. We do a lot more than that. I will be showing you some of the behind the scenes and what goes into creating some of the stuff you guys see in your everyday life. That includes stuff like type, as I did show you that project a while ago, such as my portfolio that I'll be creating, photography, and everything in between. Of course, if you guys don't want to see any of this at all, let me know down below and I probably won't end up doing it, but I thought it'd be a cool idea to share because there isn't a lot of quote-unquote channels that do design. Also, it would include stuff like behind the scenes on video editing, include some of my takes on the stuff like the new Adobe suite that came out, that includes a new video editor, includes some new Photoshop stuff, and some new stuff in the current video editor that I do use every time I edit one of these videos, and I'm going to go through some of my process and some of the behind the scenes. I'm kind of looking to make this more a channel that can grow and expand and get to more audience. It's almost turning out to be like a vlog channel, which is okay by me because we do vlog when we do work on the cars. I kind of have stopped the whole guide thing because most of the time I don't really know what I'm doing, and when I do a guide, they're usually shorter videos that get to the point. But let me know what you guys think about this new idea I have for the channel, and comment down below anything else you guys want me to see or work on and record. I do want to get into producing more and different content more than just car stuff, as it widens my range and actually lets you guys see exactly who I am and what are some of the stuff I do besides cars. Also, this includes stuff like maybe a game live stream once in a while if you guys want to see something like that, or even a live stream just working in the garage, or live stream. I was thinking about doing a live stream in my sketching process. I have a new project coming up in my typography class that requires a lot of sketching. I can actually live stream that process right there, and I could get some of you guys' opinions, because you guys as users of digital content every day, you actually do have a lot of experience with it, and you guys have a lot of opinions that would actually prove very helpful in my process. So now on to the other reason I started recording this, is because over a week ago that last clip was recorded, and well, it's actually getting pretty nice out back in Calgary. We actually got another snowstorm. It melted, we got another snowstorm, and now it's all gone and it's about 20 degrees out. So what I'm thinking is I actually want to drive Project Daily a couple more times before we have to put it away for the winter and start working on it. And because of that, we still don't have that splitter on, because that was supposed to be done in this video. Well, anyways, that is not happening because I don't have any time for that. And let's just take a look at my calendar for right now. This is last week's calendar, and as you can see, there's a lot of stuff in this. This is my calendar that I do every pretty much week, and it is crazy. A lot of people think I'm crazy for having something like this, but it allows me really to schedule my time. And as you can see, there's only one little spot with red, and red means YouTube. And unfortunately, that's all of the time I had, so I had no time to actually put on the splitter, so the splitter is sitting in the very same way that it was about a week ago. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out, or I should be able to do, is figure out exactly where I want the rear mounting holes, and once we figure out those rear mounting holes, essentially the splitter can be mounted and unmounted really relatively quickly, and it doesn't have to be put on the car. And because it doesn't have to be put on the car right now, and actually I have markings, I can just take it off and leave it for the winter when we mount it. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out the rear mounts, put a couple markings in there, and then just take the splitter down and drop the car down. I don't know if the car is going to start. The battery's died twice since it's in there. There's probably some battery drain. I'm not sure if it's from the deck or it's from the actual HIDs, the cheap Chinese HIDs that the previous owner put in. So one of those are actually draining my battery. I'm not sure which one. So the car's probably not even going to start. So we're going to have to see that. And if it does, I should be taking it tomorrow, because it is probably going to be 20-some degrees tomorrow. And that's after a week of snow. Now that we're in the garage, it's finally time to tackle and not finish this. That's not happening tonight. There's just not enough time. It's actually already 9:30 and I'm not technically done what I have to be done for tomorrow, but I think I can finish it after I get this done. So, as I said, I'm going to mark the back mountings and then essentially just take it down, because we got these guys here and we know where we're mounting them to right here, so we know that the front is going to be mounted in the right position. We just got to figure out exactly where the back is going to be mounted. So I found the bolt that threads into the subframe, actually where the old under tray mounts are, the under tray that's supposed to be on these cars, but they kind of just break off. So I found a bolt that fits perfectly in there and threads in perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark each side. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of paint on here and then put it down, and then once it sits on the plastic, it will leave a little paint mark, and then essentially we can pretty much just make sure the front it has some sort of markings. And there we go, the places are marked. I also took a square and marked each side of the subframe on the splitter right there, and then I marked right here. And we already have these marked. So essentially all we got to do is now take this guy off. That didn't last long. It came off the jack stands. I was just pushing it around and it came off. So it's all good. We actually have all our mounting spots, so there's not too big of a deal having it on those jack stands anymore. Those are just keeping it right in the same spot. So I'm just going to push this over to the next space, and then we can actually get the bumper on. So there we go. We got 1, 2, and 3. That will hold the bumper skin on for now. And then I'm going to just be using some zip ties to tie everything else together, because this is just a temporary install just for probably a week before we get some snow. And I just want to drive Project Daily, as I said, for the last week. What we're going to be doing is attaching zip ties here, and then essentially a zip tie in the fender liner and a zip tie here. That is about it. And there we go, everything is zip tied. I'm starting to feel like this is a drift car. It's got so many zip ties on it. Anyways, the fender liner is zip tied and it's zip tied underneath. So what I'm going to do is quickly check all the fluids, because it's sitting for so long. Just make sure it's got oil, it's got transmission fluid, it's got diff fluid, it's got clutch fluid and everything. And then what we're going to do is we're going to see if it starts. All the fluids are good to go, so all we got to do is drop it back down like that. There we go. It is finally back on all fours. It's been probably a month since it's been on all 4 wheels. Anyways, it's time now to see if it works. Got the keys. The battery was making some power. The lights were on and it was dinging. So hopefully we should be able to get it started. I'm going to open the door, and then we should be able to start it for the first time in like 2 months. I was thinking it hasn't been 2 months. It's probably been a month. But anyways, it's been too long since we've drove Project Daily. Unfortunately, it's just because school's been so hectic. It's good to sit back in these seats. So the light works and my deck's going, so we should be good to go. We have lights. We're in neutral. Gotta double check. It's English, it's working. Okay, clutch in. Wow. Just like that, Project Daily starts again. It's so good to hear that rumble again. It's been way too long since I've drove Project Daily. I can't wait to get it out on the road for probably a week or week and a half. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let it idle just for a little bit and check everything over, and then we should be good to go. I got to move the Forester, get my parking pass, and that's gonna be it for today. I'm so glad that we got this ready, or got Project Daily, so I can drive it for the next week. Sorry, not sorry. So good. So good. So good. Look at, it's not even that cold out. It's about 5 degrees, and look at all the condensation. So this is just from sitting for so long. That's why I'm just letting it idle for a while before I drive it tomorrow. It's just got to run through the system and make sure everything's good. I let Project Daily idle up. It's all warmed up and it should be all good to go tomorrow. It's still got a little bit of condensation, but it should be good enough for tomorrow. Anyways, I'm gonna probably end it here. It's way too late. I should be sleeping right now, but I had to get Project Daily done. So there we go, we have everything. Anyways, this is where I want to end it today, the place where it's all started, Project Daily. I can't thank you guys enough for joining me on this adventure. We're almost at 1,500 subscribers, and I want to thank you guys so much. If you're a new subscriber, or if you guys are an old subscriber, you guys mean so much to me, and it's just awesome to see your guys' support. Anyways, as I said, if there's anything that you guys want me to do in the channel, I'll probably end up doing some of the design stuff, even if you guys don't suggest it, to see what it looks like and see what you guys think of it. Anyways, as always, peace out and stay humble.